Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into something a bit different, a deep dive into one of the most misunderstood characters in anime, Toji Fushiguro from Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, I know what you're thinking, Toji, misunderstood. Isn't he just plain evil? Well, let's take a closer look. Alright, so if you've watched Jujutsu Kaisen, you might be quick to judge Toji as evil right off the bat. I mean, who wouldn't? It's so easy to label someone as the villain without really understanding their backstory. It's kind of our human nature to rush to conclusions, isn't it? But here's the thing. Toji Fushiguro's personality and actions are way more complex than they seem at first glance. They're largely shaped by his incredibly troubled childhood. Seriously, this guy is more of a product of his circumstances than inherently evil. Toji was born into the prestigious Zenin clan, but without cursed energy. Can you imagine the constant mistreatment and abuse he faced because of that? In a clan that values power and jujutsu abilities above all else, Toji was seen as weak and useless. He was resented, bullied, and basically made to feel like he was nothing. And it gets worse. The abuse was so severe that Toji was thrown into a punishment hole filled with cursed spirits, which is how he got that distinctive scar on his face. Just imagine the trauma from something like that. So, when we look at Toji and think of him as selfish, we need to ask ourselves, why did he become this way? It's pretty clear that the constant rejection and lack of a stable, loving environment hardened him emotionally. He developed a self-centered and manipulative personality as a coping mechanism. It was all about survival for him. Let's pause for a moment and think about a real-life situation that might mirror Toji's circumstances. Imagine a kid growing up in a household where they're constantly told they're worthless because they don't excel academically like their siblings. They might get punished for bad grades or ignored when they need support. Over time, this kid might start to believe that the only way to get any kind of attention or validation is through negative behavior, acting out, getting into trouble, or pushing others away before they can be rejected again. Sound familiar? This is exactly what happened to Toji on a much larger scale. Here's something I believe. It's good practice to observe someone's actions, but judge them based on their intentions. Toji's actions weren't driven by pure malice. His desire to prove himself and gain recognition stemmed from a deep-seated need to overcome the shame and rejection he experienced as a child. He wasn't just being evil for evil's sake. Take his pursuit of challenging contracts, like the one involving the star plasma vessel. This wasn't about being a villain. It was about proving his worth against top-tier sorcerers despite his lack of cursed energy. It's like that same kid from our example trying to get into the best college or win a prestigious award, not because they genuinely want it, but because they want to prove everyone wrong. Now, here's where I really started to understand Toji. After leaving the Zenin clan, he married a woman and took her name, Fushiguro. Her kindness actually helped Toji change his ways. He stopped gambling and hunting sorcerers. And you know what? It's likely her influence stopped him from taking revenge on the Zenin clan. This suggests that given the right circumstances and support, Toji could have developed very differently. No one is born evil, right? To bring this back to real life again, think about someone you know who turned their life around after meeting a mentor, finding a passion, or even falling in love. Those positive influences can make a huge difference. Toji's wife was that positive influence for him, showing that even someone who seems lost can change with the right support. Okay, I get it. You definitely cannot defend his decision to sell his own son. That's just harsh. But even that decision was influenced by his distorted worldview. He believed that Megumi would become a remarkable sorcerer and saw this as a way to secure his son's future. His traumatic experiences really warped his perception of what was best for his son. Let's relate this to a real-world scenario. Think of a parent who pushes their child into a high-pressure career, thinking it's for their own good, even if it means making them miserable. The parent's judgment is clouded by their own experiences and fears. Toji's actions were similar, misguided. Yes, but coming from a place of wanting to protect and provide in the only way he knew how. Now, let's delve a bit deeper and discuss how I use Stoic philosophy to view Toji's circumstances. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and accept what we cannot. It also emphasizes understanding others by considering their background and intentions. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, often reflected on how we should not judge others harshly because everyone is fighting their own battle. Applying this to Toji, we can see that his harsh actions and personality are a result of his struggle to survive in a world that constantly rejected him. A Stoic would look at Toji and understand that his actions are shaped by his experiences and traumas. Rather than labeling him as evil, we can see him as a tragic figure trying to navigate a harsh reality. Stoicism also teaches us about the importance of inner virtue over external success. The Zenin clan valued power and cursed energy above all else, but a Stoic would argue that true virtue lies in one's character and actions, not in their abilities or status. Toji's lack of curse energy doesn't make him any less valuable as a person. His worth isn't defined by his abilities, but by how he deals with his circumstances. Another Stoic principle is the idea of turning obstacles into opportunities. Toji's entire life was an obstacle course of abuse and rejection. His pursuit to prove himself, though misguided, was his way of turning those obstacles into a chance to show his worth. It's a distorted but understandable application of the Stoic idea of using challenges to grow stronger. Finally, Stoicism teaches us compassion and empathy. By understanding Toji's background and the reasons behind his actions, we can approach his character with empathy rather than judgment. We can see his actions as cries for help and attempts to survive rather than as pure evil. So, in conclusion, Toji Fushiguro's character is a testament to the profound impact of childhood trauma and societal rejection. His actions, while often morally questionable, were the result of a lifetime of abuse, neglect, and the need to survive in a world that rejected him from birth. This doesn't make him evil, but rather a tragic figure shaped by his harsh upbringing and circumstances. Viewing his story through the lens of Stoicism helps us understand him better and judge him less harshly. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into your favorite characters, hit that like button and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think about Toji. Is he evil or just a product of his environment? See you next time.